That's true, absolutely true.
So what happened exactly?
Just what you said. She messed around with my husband. Here's the thing, we've all done something that we regret, we've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years, that's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up, and your person that you invite into your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right.
You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, you know, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing? She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, you know. And so, you know, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, you know. And she was right.
Nicole Murphy always kept it classy and stayed out of other people's mess. But when it comes to LisaRaye McCoy, oh, that's a whole different story. These two have been at odds for years, ever since LisaRaye accused Nicole of being the side chick in her marriage to Michael Missick. Yup, despite once being close friends, LisaRaye didn't hold back. She straight up called Nicole a home wrecker and claimed she had a habit of going after married men. Whew, the shade was real. But Nicole, she wasn't about to waste her breath on the drama. She brushed off the name-calling like it was nothing and kept it pushing. Still, sources say if LisaRaye thought that was bad, she better brace herself now, because Nicole allegedly took the petty game to a whole new level. Word is, Nicole's been creeping around LisaRaye's new man just to get even. Can you imagine? These two might never make peace again because the tension is thicker than ever. And let's not forget when it comes to throwing public shots, LisaRaye started it. She was the first to drag Nicole's name through the mud after that Antoine Fuqua scandal. Remember that? Nicole got caught locking lips with Antoine, who, by the way, was married to actress Layla Rochon, while they were on vacation. That picture had the internet in flames. Nicole's PR team had to work overtime after that kiss went viral, and people weren't holding back. They swore she was out to ruin Antoine and Layla's marriage just to have him for herself. But when LisaRaye jumped into the mix and started dropping even more tea, whew, that's when it went from messy to full-on chaotic. And now, it looks like round 2 is officially underway. Even back when Nicole Murphy was engaged to Michael Strahan, things were already messy behind the scenes. The two were supposed to be heading down the aisle, but word on the street says LisaRaye slid into the picture with receipts. Allegedly, she sent Michael proof that Nicole was out here doing some shady business, and that was all it took for him to slam the brakes on that wedding. Before anyone knew it, Nicole and Michael were done for good. No vows, no fairy tale ending, just heartbreak and headlines. So, when people asked LisaRaye why she kept her foot on Nicole's neck like that, she didn't hesitate. She said Nicole had an affair with her husband, Michael Missick, while they were still married. And the worst part? LisaRaye said it wasn't even just about the cheating, it was about the betrayal. She trusted Nicole as a friend, brought her into her world, and Nicole allegedly stabbed her in the back. Talk about the ultimate violation. Now here's the wild twist. LisaRaye later said she doesn't want any bad blood or drama because, according to her, they move in the same Hollywood circles. She claims she's just keeping it classy and wants peace. But Nicole? Oh, she's not buying that one bit. Allegedly, she's heated that LisaRaye ran her mouth to the public, painted her as the villain, and then tried to play peacemaker afterward. Nicole reportedly sees it as fake energy and isn't here for the act at all, and just when you thought it couldn't get any more dramatic, it did. Because if LisaRaye thought Nicole being with Michael Missick was betrayal, what came next had her completely done.
Here's the thing, Leela and Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, plus, you know, you're not talking about it all the time. That's that friendship stuff?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, LisaRaye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nikki Murphy, you went after Layla Rochon's husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after LisaRaye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely.
What?
Around 2011, rumors started swirling that LisaRaye was getting cozy with Pastor Noel Jones. People started whispering that the two were secretly dating, but LisaRaye shut that down fast, saying he was just her spiritual advisor and nothing more. But here's the catch. Pastor Noel Jones never really came out to clear the air like she did. And that silence? It had everybody talking even louder. And that's when the plot thickened. Because guess who allegedly started showing up around Pastor Noel Jones not long after those rumors hit the blogs? Yup, Nicole Murphy. Word is she popped up at a few of his events, all smiles and glowing, just when LisaRaye was trying to shake off the talk about her and the pastor. It had people whispering that Nicole might have been doing it on purpose to push LisaRaye's buttons. The timing was way too perfect, and folks online weren't shy about saying it looked like Payback in high heels. Insiders claim Nicole and the pastor started hanging out a little too comfortably. Dinners, private functions, even late-night visits to the church office. And while nobody caught anything scandalous on camera, the streets were buzzing non-stop. LisaRaye, who'd been trying to move past the drama, was reportedly furious behind closed doors. Imagine your so-called ex-friend showing up everywhere with the man people already thought you were seeing. That's next-level messy. What made it worse is that Pastor Noel wasn't exactly denying it. He kept things vague, saying he had a lot of close friendships, which only made people side-eye the whole situation even harder. Meanwhile, LisaRaye was out here trying to keep her composure, but according to sources, she felt like Nicole was playing games, taunting her publicly while pretending it was all innocent. Then came the social media moments that made everything explode again. Nicole posted a few cryptic captions about peace, energy, and God aligning her step, which fans immediately took as subliminals toward LisaRaye. You already know the comment section went wild. People were tagging LisaRaye left and right, asking if she saw the shade. At this point, the tension between them had gone from bad to explosive. Friends in their circle were allegedly choosing sides, and the two couldn't even be at the same event without someone watching to make sure it didn't turn into a scene. Because let's be real, when Hollywood beef mixes with revenge and old heartbreak, things don't just simmer down, they boil over. But just when everyone thought the feud had finally cooled off, another bomb dropped, and this one had both Nicole and LisaRaye fuming all over again. A leaked audio clip started floating around online where someone sounding a lot like LisaRaye could be heard calling Nicole a snake in designer heels and saying she never met a man she didn't want. That clip went viral in hours and the comments were pure chaos. People were split. Some backing LisaRaye for speaking her truth, others calling her bitter for still holding a grudge after all these years. Nicole's camp didn't waste time either. Insiders close to her say she was furious and ready to set the record straight once and for all. She allegedly told friends she's tired of being painted like the villain in everyone's story, claiming that LisaRaye keeps using her name for relevance. And honestly, the way Nicole's been moving lately, all calm, all unbothered on the outside, it almost feels like she's planning her revenge move behind the scenes. You can tell she's not the type to forget being humiliated like that. Meanwhile, LisaRaye's been keeping her shade subtle but steady. She's been posting quotes about loyalty, real friendship, and women supporting women, but everyone knows exactly who those posts are aimed at. Fans in the comments have been stirring the pot, tagging Nicole every chance they get, and the messy part? Both of them are still showing up at the same Hollywood events, award shows, galas, and industry mixers, and every time the cameras go crazy, you can practically feel the tension when they're in the same room.
How'd you find that out?
I had checked the manifest of my plane because we owned a plane. And so when you check that list, it says all the people that have rolled on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with me, and nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you had a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that you would call and say, hey girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him and you don't even know him is unbeknownst to me. I don't know how that could happen. Do you? I guess not.
I never owned a private plane or
not that part.
no, I don't know, but meaning, yes, this is too rich for me. The manifest of the list, like, damn. So you saw her name on the list.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to call her. And, at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, and then I called again and then she stopped answering the phone. So at the time she was dating, at this time,
Michael
when
Strahan?
I found out, she was dating Michael Strahan. So I called him and I said, hey, do you know anything about this? And, we talked or whatever. And I said, well, let me send you a tape that I have of proof. And so I did.
What tape? What was on the tape?
It was a tape of her and Michael where she was dropping Michael off at the private airport in her car. And they opened the gate and they pulled up to the plane and she gets out and he gets out and I go, oh, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And I'm gonna leave it right there because that part is my business. The other part is someone else's business, which I've never, would speak on. But for me, that was enough. It was like, wow, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Me too.
Friends don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that I would think an enemy would do, or somebody that I just don't know. But someone that you have to watch your girl. Where I come from, south side of Chicago, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping. Period.
Even other celebs have been saying it's uncomfortable, like they're just waiting for one of them to finally snap and spill something major. Because at this point, this isn't just an old friendship gone bad, it's a Cold War in heels. The kind where every post, every whisper, and every paparazzi shot could set off another explosion. And if the whispers are true that Nicole's about to speak out publicly for the first time since the Feud scandal, LisaRaye might want to buckle up because it's about to get loud again. And baby, just when the streets thought the dust had settled, boom, another twist hit the scene. Reports started swirling that a big-name producer wants to feature both LisaRaye and Nicole Murphy on the same reality show about powerful women in Hollywood, The Gag. Neither one of them allegedly knew the other had been approached for the gig. So when word got back to them, it sent both their teams into panic mode. Sources say LisaRaye wasn't feeling it at all. She supposedly told producers she had no interest in fake piece for TV ratings, while Nicole allegedly played it cool but dropped a slick line like, "If she's in it, I'm the storyline." Oop, you already know the blogs ran with that one. Fans were instantly begging for the show to happen, saying they'd tune in just to see them in the same room again. Behind the scenes though, it's getting real spicy. Industry insiders claim both women have been quietly trying to one-up each other. LisaRaye making power moves with new acting deals and red carpet appearances, while Nicole's been locking in brand endorsements and posting flawless photo shoots that look straight out of a revenge movie. Every post, every caption feels like another subliminal shot fired. But here's where things really start cooking. Word is that one of Nicole's close friends is ready to spill tea about what really went down back in the day between her and LisaRaye's ex. Allegedly, there's more to the story than anyone ever knew, and if those receipts come out, it could shake the internet all over again. Now fans are watching every little thing these two do, who they follow, who they unfollow, and what captions they drop next. Everyone's waiting for that next subtle jab or full-blown meltdown, because with this much history, this much ego, and this much bad blood, one thing's clear: this feud ain't dying down anytime soon, and if a camera ever catches them face-to-face again, Hollywood might just witness the showdown of the decade. And just when it seemed like Hollywood had moved on to its next scandal, Nicole and LisaRaye found themselves right back in the spotlight, and this time, it wasn't even about men. A stylist who used to work with both of them spilled the tea, saying their feud went deeper than relationships. It was about status.
That's true, absolutely true.
So what happened exactly?
Just what you said. She messed around with my husband. Here's the thing, we've all done something that we regret, we've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a "I'm sorry" apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years, that's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you gotta look up, and your person that you invite into your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you gotta look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right.
According to The Insider, these two have been secretly competing for years. Who gets invited to what event? Who sits front row? Who lands the brand deals? And who's really that girl in Hollywood circles? Talk about silent warfare and stilettos. The stylist claimed that Nicole and LisaRaye used to be friendly rivals, always smiling in pictures but allegedly throwing shade behind closed doors. But after the whole Michael Missick situation, things turned personal. Now every time one of them scores a win, the other one supposedly makes sure to outshine it. And not subtly either. LisaRaye pulls up to events dripping in diamonds while Nicole steps out 2 days later in something even flashier just to remind everybody she still got it. And here's where things get even messier. A recent red carpet moment almost turned into a scene when the two women crossed paths at a charity gala in Beverly Hills. Witnesses say LisaRaye's team tried to keep her away from Nicole, but when they ended up in the same photo area, you could feel the tension. Nicole gave a tight smile. LisaRaye didn't even look her way. Cameras caught every second and social media exploded with clips and captions like, "The silent battle of the bad ones." Now, rumors are flying that producers want to reunite them again for a sit-down interview to clear the air, but neither one has agreed. And honestly, can you blame them? With all this history, all this pride, and all these headlines, putting them together might just break the internet for real. Because let's be honest, this isn't just about old drama anymore, it's about legacy, image, and power. Two women who once called each other sisters now locked in a Hollywood Cold War that just won't quit. And if either one finally decides to spill everything, this story's gonna make the Antoine Fuqua scandal look like child's play. So, Pastor Noel Jones definitely played his cards right for a while, keeping fans guessing and letting those dating rumors swirl between him and LisaRaye. On Preachers of LA, producers even leaned into the storyline, teasing viewers about whether LisaRaye could ever really be a pastor's wife. It made great TV, but behind the scenes, things were getting a little too real. Eventually, Noel stepped forward and said he and LisaRaye weren't a couple, but by then, the streets were already whispering that something had gone down between them. Insiders claim LisaRaye and Noel had been seeing each other quietly for a while, and it was actually getting serious, until Nicole Murphy allegedly stepped right into the picture.
Nicole Murphy, you're disgusting. You sat on that couch and you laughed. It ain't no moment, it's a mess. You wrong for that. You the type of women that let these men be evil. They gotta have some help, and women like you are that type of help.
Now, this part hasn't been confirmed, but people close to them swear Nicole caught wind that LisaRaye was dating someone she knew and decided to make her move. They say Nicole came swinging hard, aiming right where it hurt the most, LisaRaye's heart. And get this, Nicole reportedly didn't feel bad about it at all. She allegedly felt like if LisaRaye could sabotage her past relationships, then her thing with Pastor Noel Jones was fair game. Talk about returning the favor in Hollywood style. But once the public caught wind of it, the internet dragged Nicole like never before. Comments started flooding in under every post, and people were not holding back. One person wrote, "Nicole Murphy is so gorgeous to be as diabolical as she is. Sleeping with your friend's husband is just nasty." Another added, "I don't understand how Nicole can end her marriage to Eddie after being cheated on, only to turn around and do the same to other women. She seems to care more about staying hot than staying loyal." Phew, they didn't spare her one bit. Now fans are split. Some say Nicole was just getting her lick back, while others believe she went way too far. Either way, this feud between her and LisaRaye has gone beyond friendship. It's personal, it's messy, and it's the kind of Hollywood drama that never really ends.